proceed to Congressman Rich McCormick of Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And thank you to the witnesses for taking time out of your busy schedule to come speak to us today. Despite what the current administration would like to think, Iran continues to be a malign influence around the world. We've seen it both with terrorism, with overt gestures of weaponry, and what they're selling to people who would do us harm. In a real way, they're probably the biggest funders of terrorism in the world, in my opinion, as a military guy who's faced their weaponry all over the world and seen what they've done in terrorism. To be clear, we have a significant number of Iranian diaspora in the United States who are amazing people, but very much despise the theocracy that's oppressing the people that they love as well. At least from the aspect of what we've given as far as billions of dollars, we saw it previously in the Obama administration, I think $1.7 billion for 4 people who were given up as hostages, and now $6 billion for, what was it, 5 hostages. You can see that A, obviously it's encouraging the bad behavior, and B, inflation isn't just here in America. I think we can see that this is just getting worse as a policy, if you will. Now we've deflected this saying, oh, this money that we paid to them can only be used for what we say it's going to be. Of course, I'd like to use Joe Biden's words against him. Come on, man. That just makes no sense. We know that that money is going to go back to Iran. They're going to be able to spend more money on whatever they want to because it frees up more money to spend on arms and terrorism and everything bad. That's just common sense. That's deductive reasoning, if you will. I think it was an excellent point that you made about that we lose all leverage and moral high ground when we say to other nations, you need to cut ties, you need to not benefit Iran economically, much to their detriment. We say, please do this as a collaborative effort, and then we give them billions of dollars to benefit Iran and their economy. I think it's pure hypocrisy. And what was really interesting, Ms. Maloney, is you actually surprised me. I love it when people surprise me because I learn. And you said something along the line that the Biden administration would be willing to use force against Iran if they saw them approaching something that we've essentially forbidden, if you will, or agreed upon, to keep them from using nuclear arms, we'd use force. The problem is that we look at our actions that Iran would feel empowered to seize an American ship, that they would feel empowered to seize American citizens, doesn't make me think that they take that threat very seriously, quite frankly. And that's what worries me, is that we're coming from what is a perceived weakness. You said whether they perceive it is the way I heard you, quote, say. That's my concern, is that we're not projecting power. We're not projecting strength. We're not seen as world leaders. And it's creating a void of world leadership. I'm all for individual freedoms in America. I believe in the American inalienable rights. The question is I had to the panel is, should we, as a policy, not allow Americans to travel to Iran, given that we continue to have this bad behavior, if we're going to continue to have to bail people out? In other words, usually we give people the freedom to take the chances, but given the fact that they're just doing this over and over again, it becomes a source of income, should we literally say, no more, you can't do it?
May I take the question?
Please.
Yeah, I have no fear to say that the U.S. government must warn its own citizens not to travel Iran, because my beloved country, Iran, under Islamic Republic, is not land of tourists. It is land of terrorism. And that actually, there is proof and high-ranking member of Revolutionary Guard saying that we are suffering from economic crisis in Iran, and I have a solution. He's the main advisor of Ali Khamenei. He says that, Mohsen Rezai says that if we take 10,000 Americans hostage, we can actually help our economic situation in Iran. So it is clear. And I really want to say that. We spent like 1 hour, 2 hours, I lost the time. We're talking about nuclear deal. And this is the conversation that mostly American policymaker cares about it, and mostly they spend time to talk about this. But believe me, Iranian people, they moved on. The problem in Iran is not nuclear, deal. I'm not agreeing with everything Trump did. I'm not agreeing with, all his policy. But believe me, Iranian people were thanking him for walking out from nuclear deal. Believe me, Iranian people were celebrating when Qasem Soleimani got killed because he was a terrorist. He killed a lot of innocent people. Don't get me wrong. We're not warmongers. The true warmongers are the Islamic Republic actually killing their own teenagers, sending drones to Putin to kill innocent children in Ukraine. So for years and years, everywhere we go, we just hear talking about, we want to stop Iran from having a nuclear bomb. But how? How? You spend the resources of Americans for 2 decades. You achieved nothing. The moment when Iranian people calling Obama, you either with us or with the Islamic Republic, Obama was sending secret letter to the Khamenei, to the supreme leader of Iran, instead of supporting Iranian people. Believe me, we're not calling you to bring democracy for us. We're not actually asking Americans to help us. Clearly, we're asking you to stop helping the killers. Imagine in your neighborhood, there is an abusive man raping girls, raping teenagers. What would you do? You report him to the police. You're not going and giving him money and asking him, oh, okay, please stop, don't rape children. No, this is what the people of Iran are doing. We want to make the Islamic Republic, the terrorist regime of Iran, responsible, taking them to the court, to international court. And then in the middle of our way, we see, as our fellow panelists clearly mentioned, secret and parallel negotiation with the killers, with the rapists. So yes, I know that you want an Iran without bomb, but the Islamic Republic is not you cannot trust them. And what I want is clear, that help us to end this regime. Because an Iran without the Islamic Republic will benefit the United States of America as well. We, the people of Iran, are better allies for the Americans. You meet with Ibrahim Raisi, you meet with secretly at the United Nations, you meet with them, you secretly call the killers, but you don't even dare to meet with us. The Biden administration asked me to get disappeared. President Biden doesn't want to meet with me. Don't do anything when I got killed here at the United States of America. Now you have to listen to the voice of Iranian women. That's all we want.
And thank you very much, Congressman
Couldn't
Rich
sum it up better.
McCormick.
Your
Here, here.
Chair, thank you.
Amen.